Hello, everyone. Welcome to MyWebUniversity, my YouTube channel. Today, I'm very honored to have the privilege to teach you computer programming, operating system, programming languages, and then Linux, Unix, Windows, and also shell programming, and a lot of other courses such as C, C++, and Python. And this series of videos that I'm going to present to you is going to be Python programming on Windows platform. So with this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know on Windows platform for Python programming from novice to advanced level. And this is going to be video number 01. The reason I called it video number 01 because I'm expecting more than 10 videos that I'm going to cover all the entire things from novice to advanced level. So I have to cover it in multiple sessions. That way you could take advantage of your time and start learning from the level that you are. If you're on the novice level, you might want to just watch the first number of videos for it. And if you're at the advanced level, then you have to watch the later videos. But at this time, I'm going to start with the first video, and I need your cooperation also, because I'm making these videos to help you enhance your career and get better at your school, at your work and performance, so you can help yourself and you help your loved ones and families to have a better job in the future. And then I would love to see that you do the same thing for others, that future of the generation that are coming there, so you can help others in the society. Humanity is the best thing that we can help out. So with that in mind, I'm going to go to the next slide. And then on this one, I'm going to just show you what I will be covering for Python programming on Windows platform. As you can see, I'm covering Python programming on Windows 11 operating system. So the operating system is the latest and greatest Windows 11 as of today. And then at some point, obviously, when Windows 12 or other versions comes in, then we have to show you more videos. But at this time, I want to just make sure that you have the latest and greatest software, as well as the latest version of Python and everything else that I'm covering. So your knowledge is going to be good for a number of years moving forward. So Python programming on Windows will be covered, installation and setting up the environment for Windows platform. Python itself is going to be installed. IPython, which is stand for Interactive Python, will be installed, and Jupyter Lab will be installed. Jupyter Notebook is a little bit older version, so we will just do Jupyter Lab because it is an enhanced or superset of Jupyter Notebook. We will cover that one also. Python basic programming language will be discussed. Then we jump in from basic to intermediate. We cover everything we need to know about data structures and lists and tuples and data dictionaries and class and other ones on the intermediates. And then Python advanced would be more modules and more stuff that I'm going to show you next. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a computer scientist by professional. I have held both Bachelor and Master of Science in Computer Science from Cal State Fullerton. I got my Bachelor of Science in '94 and then Master of Science at Cal State Fullerton on '97. I have been working as full-time in prestige companies since '91. And then even in '91, I was doing internship. I was doing programming, software engineering, sysadmin, and then enterprise system analyst. And I have had many full-time jobs in the past 30 years, including the last 20 years, and that or more than 20 years now. I have been working for Jet Propulsion Laboratory, NASA, And then first I started as a system admin, senior sysadmin in 2003. And then for 13 years, I worked for Computer Science Corporation as an affiliate working for Jet Propulsion Laboratory, NASA. And then I was doing senior admin, where I helped a lot of people and a lot of projects being successful at JPL or NASA. And then also in the past 7 years, I have been working for Jet Propulsion Laboratory as an employee of JPL NASA, rather than an affiliate like I was a contractor in the previous 13 years. In the past 7 years, I have been enterprise system analyst 4, which is the level that I have at this time. And then system admin stuff, I still do a lot of mentoring and helping the other senior or junior or other essays that need help. And then I do a lot of automation and documentation and a lot of training as well. So, and then we do a lot of computation on the supercomputing or HPC, high performance computing. I also work on that environment extensively. Part-time jobs, I have had adjunct college professor position, and I had a DBA position, sysadmin, and consulting, or a subject matter expert, depending on the job. So at the part-time job, I have had a professor position at a National University, and then Computer Learning Center, Cal State Fullerton, and then also Pasadena City College. In the last 2.5 years, I have had position at Pasadena City College, where I taught a lot of Python programming, at least 5 Python courses, and then each course were like 2 months or 3 months or 4 months the duration, depending on summer or spring or fall. And then the C++, I have had courses, Bash shell scripting, Unix administration, stuff like that. So all of that one was done, and I have also I have had at Cal State Fullerton Oracle classes that I taught, Oracle, Windows NT, and then at National University, a lot of C and C++, Visual Basic, MySQL, and then compiler classes, operating system classes. So I'm the right person to help you out. That's all I'm saying. And then I have had also many Unix and Linux administration with cybersecurity certification, as well as this month of November, I was recognized one of the honorary listee at Marquis Who's Who in America. And they, as you can see, Marquis Who's Who is a prestige company that that they have had this since 1898. They are nominating people that are doing some kind of noteworthy achievement that have been proven to be significant value to the society. And as you can see, one of the website that I searched, because I did not know myself when they called me, I did not know anything about Marcus Who's Who, but I saw the 1898. Since then, they have been nominating people that have done some sort of a significant improvement in the society or some sort of reference, and I'm very honored to be one of the listee and there. And so I will just go on to the class now. For the course outline, what I'm going to cover, I'm going to teach you Python programming on Windows platform. And then I'm going to start with installation and setting up the environment first. Once we install Python, interactive Python and Jupyter Lab, we go to the basic, cover basic of Python, intermediate and advanced level. And then I'm also going to cover Python modules, because the libraries and modules, there's thousands of them. So it is really hard to just make it in one course or 100 course, you will still hear from somebody that I wish you had covered this, or that's why I show you the Python documentation and everything. So for further information, you can always search in the online available documentation of Python, or like NumPy or SciPy or some pandas or something, because each one of those ones could have some thousand of classes and methods. So and let's go through the Windows terminal command. When we are covering with Windows, and aside from the GUI, which you're using some sort of IDE like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code or any other IDE that you would name it, you would also use the command line from Windows. And when you're on Windows 11 operating system, you have the choice of using PowerShell terminal, as well as Windows 11 command prompt, which is the DOS disk operating system command prompt. So I'll show you all of that one as well when I'm doing these lab activities. This is what's going to come on each of those videos. So the next thing we're going to just talk about Python programming language on Windows. So Python itself, python.org, has a secure website that I'm going to introduce you on this video about Python website, and then at the same time setting up your Python environment, installing, setting up, and coding in Python. Then once you install and set up your Python itself, Python interpreter, then you can use idle, or you can use some sort of IDE. And some of the example that I will be also installing is IPython, Interactive Python, and Jupyter Lab, and that we will go through those ones. And then those ones will be separate video, because it's not going to be just one small video and cover everything. So this video is going to just give you like a summary of what I will be discussing on the next videos. Python Integrated Development Learning Environment is also called IDLE. As you can see, IDLE, this is inside the Python interpreter. You have an IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, that you would use. In addition, you have some integrated development environment, which is IDE, that is something like PyCharm or Visual Studio Code or CodeLight or Jupyter Lab. They all have these kind of options, as well as GUI. They have a lot of other tools that you can use, and I will show you all of those tools, how to benefit your coding level, that you can learn faster. And the Python basic level programming language, I'm going to be covering Python variables, Python data types, Python expression, and Python statements. So everything that you want to store in a variable, then later on you retrieve it. And data types, there are different data types for storing these variables. And then the expression, Boolean expression or regular expression, anything that you are just writing an expression to do some computation, they're done and based on statements. And sometimes these statements have some sort of condition or branching, which is the if statement that you use to manipulate these data types that are coming there. And then Python also has looping for just making sure that if you want to repeat some instruction multiple times, and then you use some sort of for loop or for each loop or while loop, all of those loops are available. In addition, for built-in function and user-defined function, you also write a built-in function. And that, I'm sorry, the built-in function is part of the Python programming language or classes and modules that you load. Those built-in functions are also called methods in object-oriented concept. But the user-defined functions are the one that functions or method that you write. Whenever you write them, basically you have an advantage to just do some sort of looping with writing the function once and making many calls on it. Then we're going to be just discussing The next thing, 1 second, please. So we're discussing Python intermediate level. In the intermediate level, I'm going to be discussing introduction to Python data structure. And the data structure, there's a number of them, and we're going to start with a string, sets, list, tuples or tuple, the data dictionary, and then also class and objects and properties and method within the class. And then we also gonna cover Python function and modules. Some of the modules that are standard, for example, operating system, OS module, sys module, math module, random, regular expression, HTML, stat, as well as their methods and properties and attributes. We're gonna discuss those ones. Then I'm gonna also cover Python user-defined function and modules. So in addition to the built-in functions and modules, how we can write our own user-defined function and modules. And let me click here. And then the next thing we're going to discuss is Python standard libraries, which is advanced level programming. In the advanced level, we're gonna talk about the standard library and modules, as well as object-oriented programming, as well as Python web programming, as well as data science programming with Python, as well as Python programming for artificial intelligence. So those are all going to be discussed here. The next thing we're going to talk about Python standard libraries and modules. So Python standard modules and classes. Everything about classes, we will be discussing everything about object, which is an instance of a class, and then exception and magic method, double underscore objects, or double underscore like doc or string or built-in magic method. The double underscore is also called a dunder method or magic method. So we will be discussing those ones. For Python regular expression is written in C and it's very fast, efficient. So when you use the Python regular expression, it is just very, very fast, and you do regular pattern matching, and we will cover that one as well. Math and random function modules are very standard part of Python, as well as regular expression. We will discuss those ones also. Then we also discuss Python pip, which is Python instant packaging, or for install packages that you want to install one instance of a package. Also, Python install packages will be discussed, pip, in the version that we use and everything. And then I will be giving you a lot of examples how to install, how to remove packages, and how to list them, how to find them. So Python object-oriented programming, we will be discussing Python classes, objects, and methods, and instance and properties and everything. So under the Python class and object exception and magic method will be covered, as well as double underscore magic objects, as well as we are going to talk the 4 paradigm of object-oriented program. The 4 paradigm of object-oriented programming is abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphisms. Those are 4 paradigms that every object-oriented programming language that you use, whether it's Python or C or C++, I'm sorry, not C. C is not object-oriented programming. Whether it's Python or C++ or Java or any other programming language, Swift, C# or Go language, they all support object-oriented programming. So, but they are all written in C. So C, in a way that when it comes to my mind, I always talk nicely about C language, because the mother of all languages. Once you understand C, it's much easier to understand the rest of them, because a lot of that data structure and pointers and other ones is much harder to understand it in C and C++ than understanding it in a language like Python. Python was written for that purpose, to make it the developer's life easier, the programmer life easier, so they can just do it. In addition, for Python modules on the web programming, we're going to talk about CGI, Common Gateway Interface, CGI traceback, and then also the request module. We're also going to cover Python URL Lab, URL Lab 3, Beautiful Soup, BS4, and Beautiful Soup modules, as well as NumPy, as well as free PDF modules that I wrote about one Python program to just use the free PDF module, and that translate about 32,000 technical documentation on Linux, manual pages, as well as Unix, Linux, Rocky, Linux, Red Hat, Linux Ubuntu, as well as Windows PowerShell and Windows Help. And I have shown that one on other those files, and I'll demo those ones. I'll show you the code and everything so you can understand it as well. But you need to just subscribe to our channel, watch it, because all these videos I'm not gonna make it unless I see people are showing interest. Once I see people are interested to learn, I'll do my best to use my weekend times and holidays to make as many videos as possible, as fast as I can. But please just understand that my job is to help the community, help you, and then just to grow at your job and your career. And I just need you to make some nice comments and share the knowledge with your friends and co-workers and other ones, so we can, together as a team, we can help the society. And then when we are just doing great for the society and bring it to nice to the humanity, that's all what matters in the long run. Because the 10 years from now, or 100 years from now, all people are going to pass on is the knowledge. Knowledge is power. If you just help out other people's to learn, they're gonna just do good at their work, and they appreciate it as well. Python NumPy will be discussed in detail. I have already have about 6 or 9 videos of Python. I don't recall if it was 6 or more, but at least I have 6 Python NumPy modules on video separately. But when I'm going to cover this one, I will just summarize it in one video for that module, and then one video for SciPy, which is almost an extension to NumPy. The SciPy scientific Python module that does exactly what NumPy does, but it is extended from NumPy. And then Matplotlib module, we're going to cover that one for plotting numerical data, or any pandas data, or any sort of data. So you can do it for plotting purposes, scientific or engineering, or whether any data that is there, database records, anything that you want to just graph it, you can use Matplotlib. And then URL Lab, URL Lab 3 will be discussed sometimes there as well, because they're all related. And then Python Pandas, which is for data science and scientific data analysis, and then we are going to discuss that one as well. As well as within the Python modules that I have written already on my website, MyWebUniversity.com, a lot of those ones, and web programming. I have written a lot of Python programming, so I'll discuss some of them as well there. Then we're going to discuss Python artificial intelligence and all the modules that are related for artificial intelligence, such as NumPy, SciPy, TensorFlow, Pandas, and Python modules. One part that I want to just show you, or maybe talk about it in one sense here, that when we do the NumPy or SciPy and TensorFlow or Pandas, they don't come by default as standard libraries. So you have to do a pep space install and then NumPy, or a pep space install SciPy or TensorFlow or Pandas in order to install the module. And then you have to do import on it and then get it installed. And then once you do that one, then you have it available for you to code it more. So I want to just thank you for your valuable time watching this video, and also for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, MyWebUniversity is my channel. Just please go at the youtube.com/@MyWebUniversity, and you will be just going to this channel that I have more than 1,100 videos that you're welcome to learn computer science and related courses and topics at the college level. Because when I taught at Pasadena City College, a lot of students they did not have the they could not afford to buy the book, and they wanted a PDF file. That's why I wrote a Python program to generate 32,000 technical documentation that are in PDF file, because they're general public license. So it is easy for me to write a Python program to generate it. You don't have to be sitting in front of a Windows machine to see the PDF file in PowerShell or help, or a Linux machine Red Hat to read it, or a Linux machine Ubuntu, or Linux Rocky. All you need is just visit my website, and then the entire thing is available for you online. And I just want to show you one thing here before we finish it. So if I just go on the website right here, mywebuniversity.com is there. And then this is my YouTube channel, that if you just click on it, then it takes you the same thing. And then if you just click on video, by default, the other one is just telling you to go ahead, subscribe. So the one that I was showing you is right here, the 32,000 Atlas, the 32,000 Python programs. All of them are available on this video. You're welcome to watch it. But if you just say, Wahid, yeah, I saw that one, but maybe you go to the website and show me what you have on the website. So under mywebuniversity.com, this site I have, which is a secure website that I'm running since 2000, I have written this book called The Direct Path to Linux Ubuntu. And then with this book, I have 11 chapters. And so each of these chapters is going to teach you thousands of commands, as well as programming skills, as well as documentation that are there. More than 32,000 documentation is just on one of these ones. So when you go to look at them, like for example, Red Hat, if you're interested, about 12,000 something. All of these ones are in PDF. So whichever one you click, you get the output in a PDF format here, and start reading it. If you come back and say, okay, this is very nice, it's organized by section 1 through section 9, you can just, whichever section command you're doing it, you can do a Control F and say, show me, like, for example, uname, uname. And then uname, when you type in the command correctly, this will just tell you that uname is the command that you could use it. Similarly, if you're just reading something about Python and you search for Python, notice Python 3.1 is there. This is the Python that you're looking for. Similarly for GCC and other ones. But at the same time, this is just for Python. This is for Rocky Linux. And you can see that there's all this documentation available for you. So at the same time, there are chapters that I did, like for example, chapter 4, advanced Linux stuff, that you could just learn it. For each one of them, I made video. Please watch them and start learning. For each of these roles, there's a video for it. People love it, and people are making nice comments or using it. In addition, for this documentation, look at this technical documentation that I put this 32,000 PDF file all at MyWebUniversity /all-PDF, which is this URL here. So if you go there, each one of these ones are available for you. Like for example, let's say you are interested in PowerShell, you just click about 1511 PowerShell commands. Each one of them you click, you get the PowerShell documentation for it, the command and help. it just say get help, restore this one. So it doesn't matter which one you click, you just click it, and I just find the program, and I already wrote the for Python. So how powerful is Python? And then the program that I told you is that I wrote is a free PDF. And there's other program like text to speech, for example. Let's say if you're looking at this type PDF, the Python program that I'm gonna demonstrate to you is that you could just do this one with free PDF, as well as just write it so you can read the information here. So if you just click on a text to speech, the information will be read to you.
Displays the contents of a text file or files. Type drive, path, file name.
So at this time, I want to show you a few of the things with opening a command prompt. And I'm going to maximize this window so you can see. And this is system info 5 more. This is telling me the information. I'm running Windows, Microsoft Windows 11 Professional Edition, right? So, and I can see the space and storage and everything. All of that one I'll show in detail. But at this time, I'm going to show you the Python version. So Python dash version will tell me the version that's there. Also, you can see Python dash V for the version. Also, you can say pip dash uppercase B will give you the Python install packages that you can use. So you can do the pip, and you can see it's for Python 3.10, which is the same thing as matching the syncing the Python 3.10 version, but the pip is version 23.1.3. So if I say pip list, it will just list all the packages. And if I do a pipe more, some of the standard packages by default come in, but some of them you have to install. For example, if I just say pip list and then find a string /i and then say numpy. So to see if I have numpy, I have the numpy 1.24.3. That means I have installed it. By default, this one doesn't come, but request, for example, it does come with it. So this one is coming as a standard, and I didn't have to install it. In order for me to get numpy, if I don't have it, I have to do a pip install numpy. Since I have met already that module, is going to say that it's already in my system, requirement already met. Similarly, if I do a SciPy, which is the scientific pi extension that is the same thing that is extended for a numpy, then you can see that is available also. I have already installed. Similarly, if I say do pandas, anything that I don't have it will install it. But if I met the requirement, it is already there. Similarly, pip install, another one, let's say we did pandas, SciPy, and then let's see what other ones that I wanted you to cover. TensorFlow. TensorFlow is also for scientific numerical computations. So TensorFlow, you can do that one, and you can see it is already met. So if I just say, well, let's now get into Python 3 or Python itself. Now I have the Python there. If I say import OS, for example, os.system, and I want to clear my screen, so I'm on the top of the screen, then you can see that it did it, that one. Now, if I say dir, all the objects that are there, including the OS module that I just loaded, it is there. In addition, these double underscore built-in are going to be all these modules that are available for me, so I can get help on double underscore built-ins. All the built-in modules are there. So now notice that this is going to be every function, exception, and other objects that are within Python are part of the built-ins. So then you can see the base exception, overflow, buffer flow, IO, and the file error. All of those ones are here that you can just start learning. Set, tuples, a string, and data dictionary. Everything is part of the data in less than data structures. So I'm going to quit out of that one. And if I just do another clear screen, this time I'm going to say help, or just say dir of NumPy. So if I do dir of NumPy, because I have not loaded it, it's not going to load it here. But if I say dir of OS, it's going to just give me the director of OS. But if I just do the same thing, this time I'm going to just say import NumPy as NP. And now I do a dir of NP, it will just say that the object has all the, it's a class. And so if I say type of NP, it will just say that it is a module. And if I just do help on NP, it will tell you all the helps on the NumPy module, and then it says an array of object arbitrary homogeneous item. That's why it's fast, because the data type are the same. And then data are also contiguous to the memory location. So if I say import SciPy as SciPy, and then I say help on SciPy, you can see that SciPy is a scientific computing package for Python. And then it has all these methods and classes, and all the definitions are here. There's a lot. And so if I just quit out of this one, say import pandas as PD, and sorry, import pandas as PD, and then now dir of PD. Notice this one is also huge. Dir of PD, then it's a lot. So help on PD, you can see that it's pandas, powerful data analysis and manipulation. These are all used for data science, as well as scientific computation, as well as data modeling, as well as machine learning, as well as artificial intelligence. So there's a lot of these nice packages that are available to you, and we will experience those ones and practice them when time allows. But please make sure that you can start learning by just subscribing to our channel, which is this channel, MyWebUniversity, and watch these videos. This is a Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 full course that is from 0 to hero. Nobody's at the 0 level, everybody's at the novice level, but usually we name it like that so people could feel comfortable to just start with a class. And then when I just want to teach you, I want to teach you in a way that you feel comfortable learning and watching these YouTube, and your times are going to be paid off to you by spending your time at my website or at my channel and start learning. Okay. And please just you might be saying, why you do all of this one for free at your own time, and don't you have anything important to do? Yes, I do. I enjoy playing soccer, and I go help on the community as much with soccer as well. And I just play soccer myself. I have coached a number of years, and I have made a lot of people you know, to help themselves better, and whether it was soccer or school or life situation, we need to do good in the society and help others, because we all are gonna someday not gonna be on earth. So no matter how long we are, we have to put our signature on some book or some kind of environment that we can inspire somebody else's life and teach them, so they can just do the same thing for others. Okay, take care. God bless you all. Have a nice one. Bye-bye. And one last thing, humanity matters. Try to and just have a great love and peace for all, humanity, and then also always support humanity at all costs. Humanity should never been violated, or and doesn't matter which side. We should value all human and all human life equally as important, and take care of everybody with respect and love and peace. Bye.